Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to do something just a little bit different. This summer I had the pleasure of attending the demo days presented by QCKBF, which was a kayak demo event where you got to test out different boats from Native Watercraft, Hobie, and Old Town. And so I took my camera with me and I filmed while I did those demonstrations. And this is going to be a three-part series. I'm going to break it up into three parts. This video is for the Native Slayer 10 Max. And how I'm going to break these videos up is the first part will be a walkthrough from a subject matter expert. The middle part will be my live on the water demo. And then the last part will be my unbiased critique and review of the product. So, that's enough of me talking. Here is the subject matter expert.
Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Hope you guys are hitting subscribe and like on Abide Fishing YouTube over here. Huge supporter of the club, and you know, we like giving our support back. So we have Ezzy here, our model for the next few minutes, sitting in her Native Max Slayer 10. We put this boat out about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago now. This is a great option if you have storage issues, maneuverability issues. I bought this for her so I could get it on the truck and to the water nice and easy. So we'll give you a quick rundown. I'll show you a little fancy feature we put in there for Ezzy. And if you have any questions on the channel, you can put them in the comments. But we'll start up here with our new and improved rubber grip handle. We got rid of the foam. The foam was ripping. A lot of guys were using mountain biking handles, so we upgraded it here at the factory with our front track. And if you're gonna add a motor mount, fits real nice here with our latch. We have our hard storage top here with our storage inside. We are running Dakota power to her switch panel, which I'll show you here in a minute. We have a rope because she likes me to tow her with my motor, so she hooks up. And we have her legal issues here, her whistle, her lights are inside. Clip this down with our new improved latches with the finger pulls. If you guys are not been in a newer Native, these are awesome, and you can upgrade those just by ordering from your local dealer. We have our 701 drive with instant forward and reverse. Ezzy's probably getting about 3.5 miles an hour with her little legs in this kayak, which is pretty good. Our classic scupper plugs here. Coming down the kayak, we have dual panels that you can drill into without drilling into your kayak. If you look on this side, we have a 3-switch panel that powers her pink fancy LED lights that she loves. We have plano storage on both sides here, locking down with a switch. We have our, Ezzy, can you show us your favorite feature under the seat?
I have a snack drawer.
This is her snack drawer. There's always goldfish and fruit snacks and power bars in the snack drawer.
And now it's time for Snackle Roundup. Yum, yum.
So the snack drawer is actually pretty awesome. It is a feature that I really, honestly was not excited about on my brand new Slayer 12, but I love it. And she's using it for goldfish, I'm using it for tackle, which we can show you here in a second, but definitely a cool feature. We do have 2-inch seat risers on this kayak because she is extremely, extremely short. And these are from 3D Yak, Greg Massa. We have our typical forward-facing rod holder.
That's a game. I mean, that is a game changer. You don't realize how much you need that till you don't have it, and then it's
said it perfect. You don't realize that a forward-facing rod holder is the juice until you don't have it. So you hook a big fish, you drop your rod in there, the fish is laying in your lap. Your line is where it needs to be. You're retying. It's perfect placement. We love it. And I think it's Woody Calloway who designed it. So huge shout out to my boy Woody. Coming back here behind the seat, we have our Native Sidekick system. These wheels will help you get to and from the water really, really easy. Easy upgrade to put on the kayak. Goes right in the tracks. No drilling, no cracking of the hull. Necessity. We have our dry storage back here. If you're going to put your phone, your whistle, whatever you need for the day, you can store it back here inside the cup. We have our dual grip handles in the back. We are power pull and motor mount ready if need be. And we have our paddle storage back here. We did pass our 2 flush mounts, our cup holder, and our tool storage on the new 10. And that is the basic rundown of the Slayer tent.
What's the rough dimensions on this in pounds?
33 inches wide, and I believe we're sitting at about 80 pounds fully rigged with the drive and the seat. I personally never take the drive and the seat out. I slide it right into the back of the truck. Super easy to move on the wheels. And Ezzy, you want to get out there and pedal for us?
Well, hey guys, I'm out. Woo! Demoing the Native Slayer 10. Whoa! This is basically the smaller model of the two. I have a Slayer 12.5, and thoughts on this? This is a stock boat. Aside from it's got a 2-inch riser on the seat, it's incredibly fast. It's way faster than my 12.5, so that's interesting. One thing I noticed, it's like what happens on the Natives, it's a wet boat, and this one's no exception. This one's pretty wet. Let's give it a standing test here. Pretty stable. That's the thing. That's another thing. A lot of guys have these, you know, that put their seats up on the higher side for the risers, which, you know, it's good for fishing. I don't know. I like my seat in the lower position, so it's hard for me to tell, because even in my Slayer, which is a lot bigger than this, I put it in the low position. And so this is not only in the high position, this has got a like 2-inch riser on it. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, if you were fishing and you get hung up and you're trying to get the lure out and you're leaning over, I don't know. I'm sure it's a lot more stable than it feels. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable. I feel top heavy on that. Oh, he's got it modded out with a little accessory plate. That's one thing that's really cool about all the Native stuff, is they put a sacrificial plate there for you to put your accessories in. So and he's modded it with his lights and everything. Look at that. That's pretty cool. And he's got a little outlet there for USB charger. Obviously the Propel drive is very nice. I'm familiar with that because that's what I have on my 12.5. It's really nice. Instant forward and reverse, which is nice. It's a nice little boat. I don't know if this would be the boat if you were like a serious angler that you would have, but if you were just getting started, this is really nice. Yeah. What's the suggested retail on this, and then where, if someone's interested, where can they go to find that?
I believe right now it is $27.99, and Rock Outdoors and River Runner. So Rock Outdoors is going to be our shop in Lexington, North Carolina, right by Hot Rock Lake, and River Runner is going to be our southern store in Columbia, South Carolina. Both supporters of Queen City, and both are Native dealers.
Perfect. I'm going to leave that information down in the description box, so you can just, it would be a quick link to click on those links. We're going to get Ezzy out there, and she's going to show us how it's done.
Well, I ain't got no money. Well, he ain't got no money. And a slap run out of beans. And a slap run out of beans. And the kids are getting hungry.
So what's your,
To pull a cord.
do you recommend that boat to people? What do you like most about it?
Faster would be you, but I can at least make you think about
It moves
it
really
using this
fast?
model.
How fast do you think you go in it?
Model she's in, you'll smoke her.
4 miles. That's pretty impressive. All right, so give them a big thumbs up.
And cool as stew. Baby, that's what I'm cooking to you.
So I keep like my dailies. right there.
I have a little Tupperware.
Yeah.
I'd bring a Tupperware container instead of.
And is that's stock on the new seat?
This is stock on the 2022s and stock on the 10s always. Yep.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive.
Yep. So we're rocking the new Plano edges here, and no affiliation, but I'm a big fan so far. I have about 7 of them in the back now as well. Might as well get the new black pack.
Yeah, let's take a look.
She's naked. So we got the new Black Pack Pro from Yak Attack. I'm outfitted here with 10 rod holders. They come with the tethers, so you don't lose your gear if God forbid you flip. We have nice hinges on the back. We have nice clips here on the front. And this is the 16 by 16. I don't have any gear with me today because of the demo, but plenty of space here. And we are clip down secure. She never comes out, drives up and down the East Coast all the way up to New Hampshire, all the way down to Florida, and no issues. So definitely take a look at the new Yak Attack Black Pack Pro. We also have a 16 by 16 on the Titan 12 that is being demoed out there right now. And check your same local retailers for those.
All right, how cool was that? That was cool that Ezzy has her own little boat there, and that's what she uses, that Native Slayer 10. So, here is my unbiased review. I'm going to give you the 3 pros and cons of every boat that I demoed. And in this one, let me give you the pros. Number 1, that propel drive. That propel drive is, as far as I'm concerned, the best drive on the market. It's stout, instant reverse, it's fast, it's reliable, it's just good. I mean, Native has spent a lot of money and engineering on that drive, and it shows, and it's truly the best drive out on the market, hands down. So that's number 1, pro, the propel drive. Number 2, the thing that I liked about the Slayer Max 10 is the fishing readiness. Now you can tell that is a boat that is designed for fishing, and it has all the little things that fishermen like. It has the forward-facing rod holders, it's got the accessory tracks, it's got the recess hole, it's got the accessory panel where you can put your accessories and have that sacrificial panel there. It's just got all the little, it's got the storage, it's got all the little things that like fishermen know and want, and you don't really have to do a lot of customizing when you get the boat because it has most of the things that you need on the boat. So that's cool. Number 2, fishing readiness. Number 3, the size. Now, this is a double-edged sword. It's cool because that is the smaller model. That is the 10-foot model, and it was like incredibly small. It was light. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and so if it's one of these things, if you have space is a consideration, if carrying it is a consideration, if weight is a consideration, it's good that they have that model in that size, and it does what that smaller boat does very well. So those are my pros. Now, of course, here are the cons of the boat. Number 1, it's got that stupid Native handle. That handle is a piece of crap. It's odd, and I know it's a piece of crap because it was on my Native 12.5, and you have to replace it because it's just not good. It's just not a good handle. So they have upgrades. They have accessories that you can buy and replace the handle. You got to replace the handle. So that's con number 1. Number 2, the boat is wet. It is a wet boat, and that is because the scuppers are actually down below the waterline. I think if you're like a light guy, that's probably up above the waterline, but when you're fat like me, it's below the waterline and water gets in. Now, the scuppers are supposed to stop that, and once in a blue moon will somehow get them in there magically correctly and no water gets in, but 9 times out of 10, water gets in, and it's always just a little bit wet. Like I'm out on the water right now in my 12.5, and you can see not a lot, but it's always just a little bit of water in there, and that's no different. That's just how they are. Now, con number 3, and that is the price point. I thought the price point was a little bit high for that boat. and I'm biased because I'm sitting in a Slayer Max 12.5. For not much more money, you could upgrade to the 12.5, and that's kind of where I stand. That smaller 10 doesn't do what I would need it to do, and so you're not really saving that much money by going to a smaller boat when you could spend just a little bit extra money, get a bigger boat that has more storage, has more stability. I'm going to leave a little link up top from when I did a walkthrough of my 12.5, and I guess what I'm saying is that double-edged sword, that boat is, the Slayer 10 is good if you really have like space considerations, but for the money, you're not really saving much by going to the smaller boat. I would just save, if it were me, I would just go ahead and spring. If you're set on the Native product, I would spring for the 12.5, because that's a great boat. It's got more stability, it's got more features on it, it's bigger, it's more stable, and it's not that much more expensive. So that's what I would say. Now, all of that to say is, it's a great boat. That little Slayer 10 is a great boat. Finding a kayak is very much like finding a car. You know, there's a reason that they make multiple different makes and models of cars, because they all do things a little bit differently. And just because a boat meets all of my needs does not mean that it'll meet all of your needs, you know. So what I would highly recommend is go demo these boats. It's a big investment. Pretty much every kayak or paddle shop has some ability to demo the boats. So please, before you pull the trigger on any of these boats, take multiples out, get a feel for it, get to know what you need and want in a boat before you do anything, and make a wise, informed decision. So that concludes the Native Slayer Max 10. Stay tuned. In a couple weeks, I'm going to release the video that I did for the Pro Angler and give you the review on that. But until then, I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.
River rats, river rats.